Hello, hello, Wally. We are live. How are you?
I'm great. I'm great. Thank you.
So great to
Great to
see
be
you.
here.
Yeah, I hear your voice on Clubhouse. And today we're doing a live interview with Wally Green on Juhl Media YouTube channel. So for those of you listening to us in Clubhouse, and you can see us on YouTube. So if you have another device, you can go on to Juhl Media, Juhl Media. My name's Ching Juhl, and I am so happy to host Wally Green. He is my first sportsman on my show. And I've been doing this since believe it or not, Wally, since the pandemic lockdown last year, March. I started this conversation with my friend, with my family, with people who wants to talk about their projects, and artists or politicians. You are my 140 episode today.
Wow. I'm,
Yay! Yes,
oh,
so great. Yeah, so great to see you. And we probably live pretty close to each other,
yeah, it's
right?
crazy. It's crazy.
Yeah. So I am going to read a very short biography of Wally Green. Okay. So Wally Green, celebrity table tennis pro, entertainer, grew up in a housing project in Brooklyn where gangs and violence were a huge part of his life. Today, his life completely changed by the sport of table tennis and has represented the US in numerous international competitions across the globe. The most recent being North Korea, where he was the only Westerner who dared to participate. His ping pong diplomacy, I will make them love me. That's his diplomacy, right? He has also appeared in numerous media outlets, from talk shows to TV sports to numerous newspapers and magazines. He also co founded SPIN New York, New York's premier social ping pong club, bar, and restaurant, which is also co founded by the legendary actor Susan Sarandon. Woo! Awesome. Wow. And he is a very young, young person. So, how are you, Wally?
I'm great. I'm great. Thank you. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. Thank you. So, yeah. So, tell us, how did grew up in Brooklyn in project housing and became a athlete, especially play ping pong? Like, how does that transformation started?
Yeah, it's. I mean, it's pretty crazy. I was always an athlete. I grew up in the projects. Under with my mom and my stepfather. My mom divorced when I was very young, maybe before I was one, and my stepfather was an abuser. So my mom used to get beat up a lot. We used to get abused a lot, and I became an athlete because that was a way to be homeless. So I just joined every sport there was in school that I could do. Along with running with my gang, and that's how I just became numb to the situation. Um, I actually hated ping pong. They had it in my school, and I hated it. Yeah, so it's really crazy. Yeah,
Yeah.
I really didn't like that sport or anyone who played that sport. And I used to bully the kids in the lunchroom because that's where we had the ping pong table. So I would come from football practice, and they would be in the lunchroom playing, and I'd be like, look at these kids with short shorts and a stick. Like I used to make fun of them all the time. Um, yeah, so it was a sport that I really did not like. But the way the way I actually got interested in the sport is another strange way. I started shooting pool, right? I was shooting pool. I was okay. I got hustled for some money. I got pretty upset when I lost, and I hit my pool stick on the table. The pool
Yeah.
stick broke. And so now I'm in the pool hall. I have no pool stick, and I see some kids playing ping pong, right? So as a kid, you know, I took everything out on other people. Like whatever was going on in my home, I took it out on other people, right? So my pool stick broke. I saw some kids playing ping pong. I was gonna go bully them. So I went over there to them and I said, "Hey, I want to get a hit." And so I took the paddle out of the guy's hand. I said,
Yeah.
"I want to get one hit, right?" And the guy was like, "Well, do you play this?" And I was like, "No, I don't play this. Just hit the ball to me." So he hit the ball to me,
Yeah.
and I meant to hit him with the ball, but the ball went on the table,
Yeah.
right? So the ball went on the table. So, and the kid was like, "Oh my God, that's a great shot. Do you play?" And I was like, "No, I don't play this." He was like, "Yo, there's a real club. You got to go check it out." And I was like, "There's no way. There's an actual place where people play this sport. It's impossible." Right. But the athlete in me wanted to check it out. Like, is this real? And so there was a club that was down in Midtown, and I went there, and people were really playing. Like they were standing from the tables. It was a half pool hall, half ping pong hall, and people were making noise, standing from the table playing, and it was crazy. And I was like, "Whoa, this sport is crazy!" But nobody would play with me. Not one
Yeah.
person.
Yeah.
Nobody would play with me because they didn't know me, and at the time, I would get really upset because
Wally,
like
Wally, one
yeah,
second. Jack, can you hear me or see us? Because some a friend of us says our connection is not good. Jack is watching us. Just can you
okay.
see Jack? Jack is my friend from New Hampshire. Let us know if you can, because someone said having trouble. Oh, I think the machine said that. Are you okay? Oh, okay. We're okay. All right. Sorry. My internet is funny. So tell me, continue. Sorry, sorry, sorry.
Yeah. So I went to this place. Nobody would play with me, and I would get really upset because, like I said, when I was younger, I was gang banging hard. At 13, I already had 6 guns. At 13, so I was really very violent, not nice kid, and the fact that people wouldn't play with me made me even more angry. And I was always the kind of person that wherever I felt I wasn't wanted was where I was going to be,
Mm,
right? Whether it was to look for trouble or whatever. And so in my mind, I just kept saying, man, these people don't want to play with me. Do they even know what I can do here? And eventually, old guy came in and started hitting with me. And the old guy would beat me so badly. And I'd like, I'm a great athlete. How can I lose to such an old guy? And that that gave me more interest. And then one of the turning points came when I was just hanging out at the club one day. I didn't have a partner. An Israeli guy came up to me and says, "Hey, do you have a partner?" And I said, "No." He says, "Well, I visit back and forth, and I would like to have a steady partner just to hit some balls around, nothing seriously, and I'll pay you $20." And I was like, "What? $20? Whoa, hold on. You're gonna give me $20 with you?" I was like, "Oh man, yes, for sure. I'm not gonna say no because, like I said, I grew up, poor neighborhood, no money, and $20 just to hit balls with this guy." I was like, "Yeah." So, I started playing with this guy, and we would talk. We got a little close, a little bit, and we would talk. And I would tell him about what's going on. I was always open about what was going on with my family and how I always wanted to kill my stepfather. Like I was very open with this stuff and about my gang life and stuff like that. And but for him, it was like TV, right? So if you've never met someone, or
Yeah,
if you don't know anyone who's lived that life, then
yeah,
you can't understand how a kid at 13 would have 6 guns. It's impossible
yeah,
to even understand. If you tell
yeah,
me that there's a kid down the block who has 6 guns, I'd be like, oh, okay, yeah, it's
yeah,
it's pretty normal. So anyway, I would play with this guy, right? And one day I went to the club and we were talking, and
yeah,
a 22
yeah,
caliber, which is small, very small gun, fell out of
yeah,
my back, and he saw the gun, and the
yeah,
first thing I thought was like, oh
yeah,
man, there goes my $20. This guy's
yeah,
gonna run away from me. $20 is gone. And
yeah, yeah,
I
Right.
quickly picked up the gun and said, "Listen, I gotta go," and I left.
Yeah.
The guy called me 2 days later and he says, "Hey, are we still playing?" And I said, "Okay,"
Yeah.
because I was thinking $20, you know.
Yeah.
So I
Yeah.
went there, play with him, and then he said, "Hey, I want to invite you to my house." So he had a house, he had an apartment in New York City and a
Yeah.
house in New Jersey near Hunter Mountain.
Yeah.
So I thought it was weird why this guy wants to bring me to his
So
apartment, his
he's not
house.
afraid of you, right? That you had a
Yeah,
gun.
it was strange. It was weird. And you want to bring me to your house in the mountains. I was like, okay. But
What
you know, I was
kind of
thinking,
guy? Is he a
huh?
is he a black guy or white guy or
No,
old
no.
guy or young guy?
He was an Israeli guy in his mid 50s.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so I agreed because I didn't want to mess up my $20 gig. I was like, yeah, let's go. So we yeah, it's crazy. So we go to his house and I meet his family, right? And I think he wanted to show me what real family is. Because they had like a real family, the wife, the kids, eat
Mm,
together, do
mm,
things together
yeah.
and this kind of stuff. And I didn't have that. So he was trying to give me some idea of family life. And then he says, "Hey, I really want to help you. I'm gonna pay for you to go to Germany to learn ping pong." I said, "What? You're gonna do what?" To and Germany, and the only thing I knew about Germany was Hitler. So I was like, "What? You send me to
Why
Germany?
Germany? Why
What's going
Germany?
on here?"
He just ship you
Um,
to China.
yeah, I was like, "What?" And so yeah, that's how it started. That was the
Oh,
very start. I was able to leave that circle of people that I was with and get out not only of the circle, out of the country for the first time, right? Out of the country. And
mm,
then I had never been anywhere. I'd never been anywhere in the country. And now I'm getting ready to go to Germany to go live in a school with a bunch of athletes in
mm,
different sports and
mm.
learn ping pong. And then that was
Wow.
the start of it.
Wow. May I ask, like, how old were you at the very beginning?
At the time I was 17,
Oh, that's
16,
very
17.
young.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
wow.
yeah.
So, who is this guy? Is he like a millionaire, or is he has a foundation, or does he have a
So
scholarship?
he was just some random guy who loves ping pong and and um and just saw me and he wanted to help. I think what happened is after he saw that gun fall out of my bag, he took everything, it, all the puzzle pieces came together, right? And he was like, "Wow, I need to help this kid because if he didn't help me, I would be dead right now or in jail for life because
Mm,
that's where I was going."
yeah. And you are allowed to carry a gun. Do you have a license concealed?
No,
So you could have
definitely
been
not.
like arrested, like if people see you or cops see you have a gun, right?
Oh yeah,
Is
oh
it
yeah, oh yeah,
against the law?
yeah, for
Yeah,
sure.
yeah. So what's going on then? Germany? Do you speak German now?
I re- I I still remember a lot of German. Like when
Yeah,
I hear German speaking, I still
yeah,
remember a lot of it because I've spent a lot of time after that in
yeah,
Germany. You know,
yeah.
but it was very interesting because even though I went to Germany, it didn't mean that all of a sudden now, excuse me, it didn't mean that all of a sudden now I was this a good kid. No, I was still the same violent kid, just not in the place I was at. And
Hmm.
so it took me a while to adjust because um, when I was in Germany, my mindset always was this violent kid. I hate
Mm,
everyone. I'm gonna take
mm,
all my problems out on everyone. Doesn't
mm,
matter. And
mm,
there's a saying. It's called killing you with kindness. This is a
mm,
real thing. Being
mm,
killed with kindness is one of the worst things that can happen to you because
mm,
you don't know how to react to
mm,
being killed with kindness. right?
mm,
You can't punch the guy in the face who's saying, "Yo, man, you're the coolest person I ever met," right?
mm,
It's
mm,
very hard to punch a guy in the face who's telling you that you're the coolest guy they ever met. So
mm,
that's what was happening to me in Germany. People were just like, "Oh, you're from America. Whoa, you're from New York. Whoa, you're so cool. Whoa, this and whoa that." And meanwhile, I didn't know how to. I didn't know how to
react.
react,
Mm,
and it was just overwhelming. And
mm,
then eventually, after like a month, something. I always have a little. I call it my little sidekick that comes and talks to me on the side. Only I
mm,
can see and hear him. And
mm,
and he goes, "Hey, Wally,
mm,
you're not in America. You're
mm,
not with your family. You're not with your abusive stepfather. You're
mm,
not with your gang. Here,
mm,
you're in a different country with people who genuinely want to know you, who genuinely care about you, and not
mm,
because of what you can do for them. So
mm,
why are you angry?" And then once I was able to figure that out, that
mm,
was the first change in the mindset
mm.
into becoming a better person. So
Yeah.
that's where it started, right there.
Was it a when you wait? I hear echo. Um, when you play, what's going on? Maybe we need to use a headphones.
Do you hear echo? It could
Huh?
be. No, I
Do
think you're
you want?
fine.
Do you have a headphone or um? Because I hear echo just all of a sudden. So
How about?
are you naturally a good athlete? Like did it
Yeah,
take you a long time to learn or just really quick?
I am a really good athlete. I don't think there's a sport that. I'll give you an example. Last week, one of my students that I teach ping pong to
Uh-huh.
says, "Hey, let's go bowling." I've never went bowling in my life ever. Never
Yeah.
picked up a bowling ball. I've been to a bowling alley, but I
Mm.
never bowled. And
Yeah.
I bowled a 130 for the. I've never bowled before.
Uh,
So so in the first frame,
uh,
I it took me a little while to understand not to look at the pins but look at the lines. But once I looked at the lines and
yeah.
understood, okay, if I throw it this way by looking at the lines and not the pins, I can throw the ball straighter. And a
Yeah.
130 is
Yeah.
it's extremely good for someone who's never picked up a bowling ball. So any
Wow.
good at sports.
Wow. I bet you also good with musical instrument. I should teach you violin.
Oh my God, yeah. Then you got your work cut out for you. But then
But I
I
think
picked
it's
up a
good
violin one time.
coordination. It has to do with the coordination and timing,
Coordination.
right? And
Yeah,
body
yes.
response, right?
Right.
A good athlete. Yeah.
Yeah, I picked up a violin once.
Yeah.
It,
Were you good?
no, it was just, it was, oh my God, it was so hard. I was like, oh,
It
this is
was
impossible.
squeaky
I can
violin.
play, I can play ukulele though.
Oh, okay. That's like a
Yeah,
plugging instrument. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
It's relatively less challenging, I would say. Because when
Yes,
you
for
use
sure,
bow, I think a
sure.
bow instrument, string instrument, hard, very hard.
It looks
Yeah,
really, really
yeah.
hard.
So now you're in Germany, and then what's going on? And tell me more about you represent US to go have
Yeah.
competition. So what are these stories?
Yeah. So anyway, so I'm in Germany. Now I start to become a normal person. Um and it's training now. It's everyday training and I start to get really good really fast. I come back to America. I start playing tournaments. Now, I have this weird I talk in a weird way because I've been in Germany for a while and my accent's all messed up. And my first big break came. I was playing a tournament in Chinatown, and there was a kid who had came from China actually, who was visiting, who was a really good player, and so we had to play against each other, and it was really funny because the kid would make a point and he would go "Chow" like this, and I didn't know what he was doing, and I was like, why is this kid yelling? He's like, "Chow." what's wrong with this kid? And so I was like, all right. I said, all right, I'm gonna bring the ghetto into this sport too. So every time I made a point, I was like, that's it, boy, come on, take him down, take him down. And
Yeah.
so this kid's yelling, "Chow!" And I'm like, "Yeah, that's it. Take him down. Take him down."
Yeah.
And it so happened that Rockstar Games, who's one of the biggest game companies in the world, if you guys don't know who they are, they make the game Grand Theft Auto, one of the most famous games ever. And
Uh, uh,
they happened to be there scouting. And so when they heard me going all crazy saying, take him down, take him down, this kid can't beat you, right? Then after the match, they came up to me and they was like, hey, do you know Rockstar Games? I was like, of course, Grand Theft Auto, yeah. They were like, well, we want to make the world's first table tennis game. I was like, yes, I'm in. The answer is yes. Like, I didn't even care. I didn't care about money. I didn't care about anything. It was Rockstar Games, whatever they say, answer is yes. And
uh-huh.
so I wound up making a video game with Rockstar Games called
Oh,
Rockstar Presents Table Tennis, the world's first, till today, only real table tennis game. And because of this game, I started to travel the world promoting this game on Rockstar's dime. And then, I was still playing every day, still training. And then I figured, you know what? I want to play pro. But to play pro, you need money, right? Because to travel from America to go to China, to go to Korea, go to Germany, to go all these countries, minimum is going to cost you maybe 2,000. Each
yeah.
tournament is
Yeah.
at least, that's minimum 2,000. I want to
What?
play 15. Say
Tell
again?
us.
Tell us,
I still
I
hear my
still hear
echo.
my echo.
Um, I may have to use the headphone. Okay. Sometimes that happens. Then we're gonna turn off the clubhouse. Okay. So yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah, you can hear me, right? Yeah. Now
Yep.
I think the echo is a little better. Yeah. So I'm going to the end the room. Okay, because if I talk to you like that, they cannot hear us. So yeah. So tell us, what is like a pro? Like, is it has to do with you can go compete on the level, or what? Like, who
Yeah.
decides you are a pro? What are the
So
measurements?
So, for example, when I was playing in the pro tour, so I was
Okay.
on the tour. So like how they have tennis, the ATP Pro Tour, U.S. Open. So I was
Mhm.
playing China Open, German Open, Korea, Brazil, every major country in the world. I was playing for the U.S. team.
Mm,
But even though you still need money to do that,
mm,
so I leveraged me making a game that I did get paid for uh, to get Rockstar Games to sponsor me. And I asked them, I says, hey, I want to play on a pro tour. Would you guys be able to sponsor me? And they said
mm,
yes. And
mm.
so they gave me lots of money for 3 years to play ping pong around the world. So I traveled to every major country in the world playing ping pong. It was the
Wow.
craziest thing ever. Yeah.
Wow. That's
And which was
amazing.
good. Yeah,
Yeah.
because I also got to be more open minded and
Yeah.
understand
Yeah.
deeply more about other people. So it
Yeah.
was really good.
So what is which year you were in China? What's your experience?
Oh man, I've been to China 30 times, at least 30,
That's
at least,
crazy.
at least, at
Yeah.
least.
So did you
Yeah,
have you been
all over.
Shanghai? Have you been Shanghai?
Yeah,
I'm from Shanghai.
the video I showed you with me and Susan
Yeah.
Sarandon on the red
Yeah.
carpet, that's
Yeah.
Shanghai. That's
Okay. I
Shanghai
want to see that.
International Film Festival.
Let's see that, okay? And
Yeah,
then you can tell us more. So we're gonna share a video of Wally in Shanghai. It's a kind of early video, right? It's not
yeah,
terribly high definition, but you get a feeling of that, right? Okay, here we go.
and me looking crazy.
谢谢。
Where are you? Is
I'm the
that
black
you?
guy.
You were bald.
No, it's actually not bald. Is that this video is
哎，
not so
请
good.
到签名板上
It's bleach.
签名留念。
It says let's sign. Let's signature.
同样，现在来到我们红地毯上的也是各个参赛影片的代表。哇、Welcome to 上海！哇，我们见到的是我们大家非常喜爱的演员 Susan Sarandon。
They say,
Welcome to Shanghai.
Susan, we're having famous actors for Susan Sarandon.
Well, we very much love the film and Louis.
Oh, it's a film. Your
Welcome
film.
to Shanghai.
还有他的朋友，你好。
Yeah, you can cut it here.
It's the first time coming to Shanghai. 他是第一次来到上海，让我们感受上海。
Is it good?
Yeah, perfect.
You
Perfect.
You want me to stop? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Great. So tell us, what is this event? Susan
So-
Sarandon and celebrity ping pong rapper. Oh, yo, rapper also.
Yeah,
Wally Green. Oh,
At this time, I was doing a lot of hip hop too.
awesome.
So
Yeah.
this is the Shanghai International Film Festival,
Yeah.
the biggest film festival in Asia, pretty much. And Susan was getting the Lifetime Achievement Award,
Okay.
and she asked me if I wanted to go
yeah.
as a guest, and I was like, "Oh, okay." But the funny thing is I told her, I says, "Hey, Susan," because at this time I said, "Hey, I don't like wearing tuxedos. I don't like tuxedos. I don't like collared shirts. I don't like any of that stuff." I said, "Do you mind? Does it matter how I dress to go?" And she told me, she says, "You know what? Just go any way you feel that you're comfortable." And I went
cool.
like that.
That's
And it
cool.
was a really amazing time. It was really, really cool. I mean, to be a kid that came from the projects with guns, walking the red carpet with a legend like Susan Sarandon, it's crazy. It's not even real.
Yeah. It's amazing. It's amazing. So tell me a little bit about the film, the movie.
Yeah, so her film, the one that she's in, that they mentioned, it's called Thelma and Louise. It's one of my favorite films that she's in, because she plays a really, really badass girl in there. I love it. She's so gangster in it.
Yeah.
And it's actually my favorite of her. So yeah. It was really, really fun time.
Yeah, that's a great film. But you also made a film project, speaking film, right?
Yes.
So tell us a little bit.
Yeah, so I worked on a documentary with this really cool director named John Bunning. He's a super amazing guy. And the way this documentary came about is really interesting. There's a park called Bryant Park in New York City. It's down by Times Square.
Mm-hmm.
There are 2 ping pong tables there, right? I'm the one who got those ping pong tables there. So they're there. The ping pong tables there as a marketing tool for our company Spin. That's how we got those ping pong tables in the first place. So those 2 tables formed a community of the most amazing people that would have never ever met in a million years. So you got your homeless guy, you got your super rich guy, you got your guy who's done 4 tours in Iraq, you got your bicycle messenger guy, you got all these different people from different backgrounds who come every day just to play ping pong. And this documentary, it's about human interaction and how something so simple as a ping pong table can bring people together. And so, we did extremely well. We won a total of 45 awards, including original selection, best short documentary. We were very close to maybe getting into the Oscars, but we lost to a film called Knife Skills that got into it, And but National Geographic picked up our film, and it's a really heartfelt, touching film. And so me and the homeless guy, there's a homeless guy in it who's a really cool guy that I like a lot, and me and him are the main characters of this film. But the way I got involved is very funny, because I heard there's a guy shooting a film about ping pong, and I was like, there's a guy shooting a film about ping pong and I haven't been contacted? That's crazy, right? So I was like, all right, So one day I was going to the park and I saw some guy shooting something. And I looked and I said, "Hey, are you the guy shooting a film about ping pong?" He
Yeah.
goes, "Yeah." I said, "My name is Wally Green and I'm about to make your film a lot better." And then that's how we started working together. That's how we started working together. And it was
Wow.
really good for me because
Yeah.
I had traveled pretty much the entire world, but I never traveled in America. Nowhere.
Mm.
I didn't go
Wow.
anywhere in America. So
Wow.
with this film, I went to over, I don't know, like 40 film festivals, like all over the country. So it was
Wow.
super cool to be able to travel in my country because I've never traveled in my country until
Wow.
this film. Yeah. So it was
The
really,
film is, what is the film called?
it's called The Tables.
The Table. I think I've heard it. Which year was that?
This was, let's say, maybe 4 or 5 years ago.
Yeah. Okay, let's see a clip of that. Okay. So,
Yes. Yeah.
Who's next? Who's next? You next?
I'm kind of an undercover guy because I do play pro tour for USA, and a lot of times I don't want to tell anybody. It's usually the other guy saying, "Yo, yo, yo, see that guy right there? That guy's top player in the US." So currently, I represent the US in pro tour competition. I play all over the world, and I want to promote this sport. 3 weeks ago, I returned from North Korea. I thought it would be a good opportunity to go to a totally different country, which is hostile to Americans, and then say, "Hey, look, I'm American. I play the same sport you play, and I'm a cool ass motherfucker, and you gonna like me." I used to do a lot of crazy stuff. I grew up in Marlboro Projects in Brooklyn. At 13, I owned 6 guns. 6, not one, not two. I owned 6. My life took a turn at 19 years old. I met a guy through going to this ping pong club. At the time, I didn't really have any money. And the guy was like, "Hey, I'll pay you $20 if you can play with me. Just be my consistent partner." So I said, "Of course, $20, it's a hustle. I'll make that money." So I played with this guy for like, I don't know, like 6 months. And then we started becoming friends. And then this guy sent me to Germany, flight paid. I stayed in this school where all the young best athletes live, and I learned table tennis. And then from that was a changing point in my life. That's what took me out of the whole gangster thing. If it wasn't for the sport and that guy, I would be either dead or in jail. Like I don't have any friend that I can say, "Oh, this is my friend I grew up with." All my friends are dead or in jail. So all my new friends are ping pong friends, and anything I've done related to ping pong. Like most people don't know that I'm responsible, or my company is responsible for these tables. It makes me feel amazing. I mean, the fact that people are playing every day, people are loving it, there's tournaments. So the whole point of bringing it here wasn't in vain.
Yeah.
It's
Good.
still
oh,
alive. It's raining, pouring. Both the tables are all wet, and the ground is all wet.
mm.
And we are still here.
So that's just wonderful. Um, is the film somewhere we can see? Is it
Yeah, yeah.
accessible?
Yes, it's on National Geographic.
Oh, okay. That's awesome. That's awesome. Did I ask you how long, like how many minutes the film is?
It's a 15-minute short.
15. Okay, great.
15-minute short
Yeah, that's
documentary.
wonderful. That's wonderful. So what's going on now? Is the table still there now? Like, tell me
Yeah,
a
yeah,
little bit
yeah.
about. Oh yeah.
Still there. And people from all over the world come to play on these tables.
Wow.
It's really funny. Yeah.
Wow. I was thinking about how pandemic, has really affected many lives. So during the pandemics, what happened? I would think that table tennis is one of the sports that people don't have to be very close to each other.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's true. It's true. It's true.
Right?
Yeah,
Right? You can still have fun, so
yeah.
far away. Yeah. So, wow, that's awesome. And so you are a pretty sensational now, a TikToker. Um, so tell us a little bit about that new adventure. And you told me you're not really into like social media and
Yeah,
stuff like that, right?
I you know what it is. If because now like I didn't really understand the power of social media
Mm,
until the pandemic came.
mm,
I didn't care. Like you know, when I was playing for the U.S. team, listen, playing for the U.S. team is an automatic verified check on Instagram. I don't know if you know that. If you play for the
no.
U.S. team, it's an automatic verified check. So I could have
Oh,
gotten an automatic verified check many years ago because I've had
oh,
Instagram forever. But I didn't know I didn't know what a verified check was.
yeah, 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 yeah.
I had no idea of the power of social media. Zero idea. I never I posted sometimes just to post randomly. I never commented on anybody's thing. I never liked anybody's thing. I just wasn't really interested. I didn't understand it until the pandemic came. Then the pandemic came, and you know, I found Clubhouse, and
Yeah.
I found Clubhouse because I had a story to tell, which is inspirational, motivational, and I've never really told my story. Pe- Media outlets have gotten my story, but I never really went out and told my story in depth. And we had nothing to do during the pandemic.
Uh-huh.
So I started thinking in my mind, and I would talk to myself, you know what? I need to get on more podcasts. I would
Mm.
say this, and I don't know if you know, but your computer listens to you. I don't know if you know that. Like Google hears you. And when you talk stuff, it'll show up on your feeds. So I mentioned podcasts, and all of a sudden now on my social media, guess what I see? Podcast advertisements.
Wow.
So I started to see this podcast advertisement for a guy named Steve Olsher, who's like the biggest podcaster on Clubhouse. And I didn't know about Clubhouse. And they wanted money for some masterclass thing. And I was like, I'm not interested in that. I just want to tell my story.
Yeah.
And one day, so I joined their Facebook group. This is right before I stopped using Facebook. I
Yeah.
joined their Facebook group, and they put something. Well, if you pay $100, you can join a Zoom call with a bunch of podcasters and blah blah. And I say, you know what? That's worth it because if once I get on and once I tell my story, for sure people are gonna want to have me on their show.
Mm.
So it's worth paying the $100 to get on a Zoom call with a bunch of podcasters who are out there, but I got to make sure I get on first. And I did that. I was the first one right next to Steve Olsher. Right, it was me right there. You got to be, I'm very smart when it comes to marketing, especially myself.
Mm.
And I know how to insert myself into places.
Mm.
And so I did that. And then I got a chance to tell my story. And then a guy invited me to Clubhouse.
Mm.
He said, this is Clubhouse. You should come in. And then once I got on Clubhouse, it was nonstop of me telling my story in every single room. And I would see what the topic was and find a way to insert my story that was relatable to the topic that they were talking about. And I would do
Exactly.
this. And in the last 8 months, I think I've been on over 35, maybe 40 podcasts,
Wow.
including like ones like Stephen Curry, the basketball player, Bill Cartwright, a Concrete podcast, like just so many podcasts. And then through this process, then I was realizing how important social media can be.
Yeah.
And so I started to try the Instagram thing, but my Instagram is old, and it's if you had your Instagram as long as me and never really used it, it's really hard to say, oh, I'm going to start using it now. And you're going to get it doesn't work like that. Like it's dead. So then someone mentioned, yo, you should get on TikTok. I was like, TikTok? That's for kids, man. I get on TikTok. and they're like, no. It's for everybody. Just try it. So I said, okay. So I made a thing. And then anything, I'm super competitive.
Yeah.
I'm like really, really competitive. So you remember I mentioned before about the table tennis club where people wouldn't play with me.
Yeah.
And that was one of the reasons that made me want to hang out.
Yeah.
Is that they wouldn't play with me,
Uh-huh.
right?
Uh-huh.
So I was starting out TikTok, right? I think I had 100 followers. And I'm not going to say the person's name, but I met a person on Clubhouse who
Yeah.
had TikTok. And I was trying really hard to get this person to
Yeah.
help me. This
Yeah.
person had about, I don't know, 30,000 followers.
Yeah.
I had 100,
Yeah.
right? And I was like, hey, man, can you help me? You know, like give me a shout out
Yeah.
or do something like try to hook me up, right?
Yeah.
Because the guy
Yeah.
was talking about how great his TikTok was, and
Yeah.
and I actually never looked at his TikTok, but
No.
he just, I just assumed it was great because I
Yeah.
heard he had 30,000 followers.
Yeah.
Yo, the guy ignored me.
Yeah.
Like, he'd never helped me, ignored me. He
Yeah.
doesn't remember it. He doesn't even
Yeah.
remember it. And we're in
Uh-huh.
the same masterclass. And I never mentioned it to him. I will
Oh.
though. I
Uh,
will though soon. But
yeah.
he ignored me, and
Yeah.
that pissed me off because I
Yeah.
have this super competitive mentality that I
Yeah.
need to win. And if you
Yeah.
act like you're better, I will prove to you that I will beat you. And guess what?
Yeah.
And that's what drove me. And I said to
Yeah.
myself, okay, well, you know what?
Yeah.
This guy really pissed you off. He's acting all cocky about his
Yeah.
TikTok. And the thing, now here's where I get pissed off, where it makes me
Yeah.
really pissed off.
Yeah.
If you did your time to research who I am and what I've
Yeah.
done, you
Yeah.
wouldn't be acting like that, right?
Uh-huh. Yeah.
So
Yeah. Yeah.
you are TikTok famous. I'm
Yeah.
in real life famous. So I don't
Yeah.
need TikTok to make me famous,
Yeah.
right? So that's what makes me the craziest. And
Yeah. Yeah.
and so because of this particular individual, I
Yeah.
said to myself, okay, with everything you do in life, there has to be consistency, right?
Yeah.
I said,
Mhm.
I'm going to make a post every single day. I'm going to put up a post for 30 days. I'm going to do it. And I pushed
Yeah.
myself to do it, and I
Yeah.
did it.
Yeah.
And what happened was my first viral video was my Asian hate video. I made an Asian
Yeah.
hate video.
Yeah.
I saw something I didn't like, and I was really, really upset about how Asians were being treated during the pandemic.
Yeah.
And if I feel something, I let it out. I don't care if
Mhm.
people like it, they don't like it, doesn't
Yeah.
matter.
Yeah.
And that video went viral. But it came with a lot of stress, a lot of mental stress.
But
Because
that's
I'm
not related to ping pong, right?
no,
you did.
no,
Oh.
no.
Oh. Okay. So
It was
yeah.
just me. It was just
Okay.
me watching a video, and I saw some guys beating up Asian people or spraying Lysol and talking about the pandemic and some dumb stuff. And it made me really angry. And if I get angry, I have to voice it. I don't hold stuff in. I let it out.
Yeah.
And I
Yeah.
let it out in a video, and I posted it on my TikTok. And the
Yeah.
video went crazy. It went viral. It was a lot of stress because
Yeah.
I also need to answer every comment because I feel, yes, I answer every single comment because my
Wow.
thing, if I post something as powerful as that,
Yeah.
I'm responsible for what happens within that post, right?
Mm.
Because a lot of
Mm.
times you can get people fighting each other
Mm.
on one thread, and
Mm.
that was happening. And so I had to combat both sides of ignorance.
Mm.
Stressed me out for 3 weeks when it was going viral, made me crazy, but it was good. So that was my first video. And then I started posting ping pong stuff. Ping pong stuff started growing. And I said, you know what? I'm going to post another 30 days every day. And then I said, you know what? Just post every day one time. And the person, listen to this. As of yesterday,
Yeah.
the person who was acting the way he was acting, I
Yeah.
have more followers than him right now.
Oh yeah. Wow.
Yep.
Did you ever confront him?
No, I will now, though. I will now, though. I will now. I was waiting. I'm very patient. I was waiting just to pass him. And my goal, and I'm very goal oriented like that in competitiveness. Like every day I thought about, I need to pass this guy. I need to get more followers. I need to pass him. And I did no trends, no trendy music, no trendy dances.
What is a trend? Tell me.
So for
means
example,
trend? Yeah.
So when I say a trend is something that everyone is doing.
Okay.
Right? And it becomes popular.
Yeah.
it can be a sentence, can be a trend, right?
Mm,
It could
mm,
be a dance, it can
mm,
be a song, right? But everyone's doing it, right?
mm,
I don't do what
mm,
everyone does. I do exactly the opposite. I just do
mm,
my own content, and I found a way how to bridge because my content is very niche, right?
mm,
It's ping pong stuff, but my goal was to not have people who actually play the sport as my followers. I wanted
mm,
people who don't play the sport and don't know about it. That's how you
mm,
grow this.
mm,
And I came up with a clever way to do that by
mm.
making really clever captions and putting English words where they really don't belong. So people, when they listen to my captions, they're like, "What? He did what? No, what? Oh, hold on." And so my captions are what make my videos go viral.
Oh, yeah. You
It's
use a
actually the
weird
caption.
word like
I
marvelously
use
or something.
I use words that don't, yeah, like something like that. My favorite word is massively.
Massively.
Massively. And
Yeah,
people are
yeah.
like, what? And then I play with the English language, right? So
Mm,
if I say, for example, my caption is, this dude really thought he could massively come on my table and beat me, right?
mm, mm,
Now, in English, that's makes correct, except massively doesn't belong there. But this dude thought he could come on my table and beat me
mm,
is correct English.
mm,
Here's the problem with that.
mm,
The word come, C-O-M-E, and
mm.
then the sexual part of the word is C-U-M. Sound the same. So when you say this dude thought he could come, or this girl thought he could come on my table, people say, what? He did what on your table? Yes. And then that's how my videos went viral.
I
It's from the
see.
caption. So I have these clever, and then now I'm saying this girl or this dude really thought he could massively come on my table. People go
Yeah,
crazy. Yeah, you got to see
yeah,
the comments are crazy, guys. But yeah,
yeah.
so
Wow.
that's how I was able to bridge the
How
niche
did you how did you
and bring
figure
people.
out? How did you come up with the idea? Like you have caption here,
Yeah, all of them,
caption there.
every
Yeah.
caption.
This
Yeah.
So
dude really thought he could massively come on my table and beat me. But
See?
my old iPhone 6 proved to be nothing less than victorious.
Yes, yes,
This
yes,
dude
yes.
really thought he could massively come on my table.
so you say the same thing in each post? Or
Every post,
really?
every post.
This one
There,
get 224 seconds. Oh, what can you tell? Like sometimes you have like 14, right? And then
14K.
some 19K, some like 90 something. Like what are the? Did you find out the reason or the I don't know what makes you have much more K? You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like
yeah. So
yeah,
so
what
so
are the
so
yeah
that's the views, right?
yeah.
And views can't really be controlled.
Oh.
Um, the algorithm puts your video out,
This
right? The
dude really
algorithm,
tried to come on my
oh,
table and beat me.
Sorry,
they
sorry, sorry.
did.
Sorry. Okay, let
Yeah,
me
yeah.
This dude really tried to come on my table and beat me.
so you also have a female voice.
Yes, yes, yes. So these are voices that are within the app. Um,
Oh,
yeah, yeah,
okay,
yeah.
okay.
So I have videos that are in the millions. I have most of my videos that are my niche videos are
Yeah.
gonna be like, in the high numbers. This one, which is a really good video, the Squid Game video, it didn't do well because it's not my niche. So
Oh,
algorithm is not gonna push that video out. But yeah,
when you say niche, what does that mean?
so, for example, if you see the look and feel of most of my videos, it
Yeah.
looks and feels the same, right? My niche is these ping pong videos that I play. If I posted a video tomorrow with me hanging out with the cutest dog in the world, I'd be lucky if I got 400 views.
Okay.
I'll,
Okay.
I'll give you an example. I have a friend who has 600,000 followers,
Uh-huh.
600K followers, right?
Uh-huh.
All his videos average anywhere from 50,000 to 1 2 million, right?
Mm.
He posted a video of himself with a squirrel hanging out on his shoulder. Really cute video, could go viral on anyone else's page. It's been up for more than a month. You know how many views he's got? 107. Because that's not his niche, and the algorithm was not going to push that up.
I see.
Yeah.
Is this rule same as YouTube? Because on
Oh,
my
that I don't
YouTube
know.
channel, I have interviews, I have music things, I have live events, I have a politician, political stuff, all over the place.
Yeah, that I don't know.
Oh,
I
okay.
only know about TikTok.
Oh, okay, okay. Oh, by the way, for people who are joining us, thank you so much for joining us. Please, if you have not subscribed my YouTube channel, please do so. Juhl Media, and liking this video, and come back every week. I talk to different artists and people, and today with Wally Green. Now, let me thank a couple of people. I have to wear glasses. I can see. Want to see more. Thank you so much, Jack Chen. Thank you. And who else? Nadania was here with us. He is a friend of mine in Massachusetts. And Snow Sugar Video, who is my neighbor, who is a techie person, and Ching Juhl is my actually my family, my husband, who I say go to another room, watch our show. Thank you guys for watching us. Yeah, very good. So yeah, so do you find how do you find time to do TikTok every day? Do you do it at the same time in the morning or evening or afternoon?
Yeah, so I have a particular time that I post. My time is always the same. It's usually 7 p.m. I usually post all the time at always at 7 p.m. is my time. And then like I said, I answer every single comment. And so when
What happens even people say great job or
yeah,
clapping? Do
yeah,
you
I answer
answer?
it. I'll go and say thanks, right? I answer every single comment. But when I wake up in the morning, the first thing I do before I get out of bed is I'm going to start answering my comments. When I'm going to bed, I'm just going to answer the comment, go through all the comments and just keep answering them.
Wow.
When like, I have a couple of videos that are viral now, and those are harder to answer, but I'm on top. As long as you're on top of it, you're not going to have that many. So I'm always on top of answering. Whenever I'm not doing nothing,
Yeah.
I might be in the train or on a bus or in a taxi. I'm answering comments. Yeah.
So tell me how important is to answer all these? You encourage people to make more comments. Or
Yes. Yes. 100%. Listen,
yeah,
engagement is everything.
yeah,
Even on Instagram, engagement.
yeah,
Especially on TikTok. When people are making comments on your page, right? It tells the algorithm, man, something's going on that page. There's a lot of people commenting. Whoa, what's going on? This content must be really good, right? And then keeps you on the For You page longer.
I see.
So I comment everybody. And then also you have to remember TikTok is a newer app, and engagement may not be as important right now, right? But what happened next year or next 2 years, right? Instagram right now, the most important thing is engagement,
Yeah.
right? And if you haven't done it, then you can't grow. But TikTok, I'm already setting up. So when the algorithm change and it's going to be all about engagement, I've already done my work. And plus,
On
I love
Instagram, yeah.
commenting.
On Instagram, when people say something, I just put a heart. I like there, but that's
Yeah.
not enough, right? Should I
No. Yeah,
say
actually,
something?
yeah. So with Instagram, like before, emojis were fine. Now they
Yeah.
want you to actually write stuff out.
Okay. Reply.
Like almost like for example, if you comment on someone's page, putting
Yeah.
an emoji is almost meaningless.
Oh.
It used to
Okay.
be. It used to be something. Now it's almost meaningless. So
Okay.
it's better to just say, "Hey, that's great," or "I loved it," and then you can put the emoji. Yeah.
Oh. Okay. Okay. Okay.
You know why, right? I'll tell you why. So There's a lot of fake accounts that have these that people pay to get likes. And if you ever look at a fake account, you'll see a lot of emojis, right? A lot of emojis, you'll see it, and that's just
Oh,
bot accounts
I see.
that are
I see.
doing that kind of stuff. So Instagram cracked
Yeah,
down on that.
I have people sending me messages, want me to, get more likes, followers. I just immediately delete those,
Yeah,
delete
yeah.
or block them, because I don't want to buy followers are fake, But yeah, anyway, but I
Hey,
wanted to do more TikTok now.
yes,
You inspire me.
I'll definitely help you. Sure. Hey,
Yeah.
Jack Chen said, "I'm trying to get into the AI of TikTok." You are exactly right. 100%. Listen, I study this app like crazy, and then I also have extensive knowledge of using. Remember, TikTok came from China.
Yeah,
I've used
yeah,
a lot of Chinese apps like
yeah.
TikTok,
That
where I was
they call
making crazy
they
money.
call 抖音
Douyin, I know Douyin. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
抖音
I know it. I know it. I've used those apps for
抖
years.
means 抖 means trembling. Yin means
Yes,
sound. Trembling
yeah.
sound.
I've
And
used
then
those Chinese apps, so
yeah,
I
yeah,
understand the ideas behind some of the things that
yeah.
they do in TikTok that most people don't understand.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
yes,
yeah, yeah. So I wanted to say a couple of people's comments. Thank you guys for joining us. Schroller Larkin, thank you for joining us. And Jack Chen and Dawn is Spirit from Clubhouse is here. Yeah. So did you feel like Clubhouse is pretty awesome. But how come when I told some of my friends, say, "Do you know Clubhouse? You should go on," and they're like, "What is Clubhouse?"
yeah.
Like
Well,
80% of my friends
yeah,
do
yeah,
not
yeah,
know. So
yeah.
tell me why. Tell me why.
Because you remember when Clubhouse came out, it was by invitation only.
Hmm.
So a lot of people didn't know. Like for example, if I never happened to run into those podcast ads, I probably wouldn't know about Clubhouse neither until
Yeah,
later on. I
yeah,
still have people also. I ask them, Clubhouse, and what's that? That's an audio app. You don't know it? No. Yeah. So I think because it was so private in the beginning, a lot of people still don't know about it. And then you have to remember, a lot of people did not understand how Clubhouse worked. And because they didn't understand how it worked, they got on and they got off. A lot of people didn't realize that your Clubhouse experience is based upon who you follow. So people didn't know that, right, when they first came on because no one told you that. So if you didn't follow anybody, then you probably saw 3 or 5 rooms in the hall, right?
yeah,
And if you follow people who are into some bad stuff, then you probably saw bad rooms in the hall that you
yeah,
didn't like,
yeah,
right? So that's, and then a lot of people were like, "Oh, this is too toxic. I'm off." I know a lot of people who got off, and then I explained to them it's because the people you are following. If you want to see good rooms, you have to follow people who are doing good shit, and
yeah.
then you'll see the good rooms. Like I don't
Yes,
see I see a few bad rooms because when I first came on a TikTok,
yeah.
I was following
Clubhouse, Clubhouse.
Clubhouse. I was following some very interesting characters, and
Yeah,
you know I yeah. But then I understood how it worked, and I started following people who were doing like really good smart rooms, and all of a
yeah,
sudden, boom! Now I see
yeah.
all good rooms. So yeah,
You have 4.7K followers. Good
yeah,
job.
and you know what? That all came
Yeah,
in one kind of short time where I was
yeah,
really, let me tell you, I was on the app way too much, like
yeah. Me too. Me too.
losing sleep. Like
Yeah.
it was crazy.
You wake up with it, you go to
But
sleep with it.
yeah, it was crazy. It
Yeah,
was
yeah,
insane. It
yeah,
was insane. And then I had my own. So I had a really good room. I
yeah,
had I have a club.
yeah.
It's called the Easy English Club, and
Oh,
and I used to have over 150 to
Yeah.
200 people every Saturday morning from
Yeah.
30 countries around the world,
Wow.
and I would give a topic, and we would conversate about
Yeah.
the topic.
Yeah.
And I moderated by myself,
Yeah.
just me, the whole room,
Yeah.
and it was fun. But then the pandemic started getting a little better, and
Yeah.
life came back.
Yeah.
Couldn't do the room anymore, and so
Oh.
I haven't done the room in a little while. And I tried to do it again.
Yeah.
The room couldn't grow, so I was like, all right,
Oh, I'll tell you something. Okay, I'll tell you my experience. Okay, I get on Clubhouse March of this year. Yeah, someone introduced me in February. I didn't take it seriously, so I went on March, and I slowly really built up a great community of filmmakers that I follow, and I go to their rooms. I learned filmmaking. I met these people. They helped me. My film starting to get award. I made a film in January out there, and then won 4 awards. So that people would help me in many different ways. I don't want to get into it, but I just met so many amazing people. So I started a room called iPhone Video Production. Yeah, you were in my room, right?
yeah, yeah,
So
yeah, yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah. So I do that every Friday. I've done it for like 40 weeks now. Yeah.
Wow,
I didn't miss a beat. Even when I'm on
wow.
vacation, I still host every Friday, 12 p.m. For 2 hours. And I have other people also help me do the room, not just me. And we talk about all the shit about how to use a smartphone to
But
make,
that room was really good. Like I saw the title, and
yeah,
I came in, and
yeah.
I was, whoa, man, this really some really really knowledgeable people that know what they're talking about. So I was like, wow, this room is that was a really really good room. Like really
Thank you.
good.
Thank you. Yeah. So you're welcome if you want to use your smartphone to
Yeah.
shoot the video, which
Oh,
you
yeah,
do,
all the
which
time.
you do. Yeah.
I
So tell me how did you do your shooting? Like this ping pong.
I usually I always have a tripod with me. So
Mhm,
there's one that I keep in my bag, and there's one I
mhm.
keep at my club. And
Yeah.
I always just put it on a tripod. Sometime, depending if I want a different feel, I might have someone hold it for me, because
Mm,
sometimes just getting the little shaking
mm,
sometimes looks cool. But
mm,
most time it's on a tripod.
mm,
And yeah, and I use my iPhone 12 Pro to actually shoot. I'm
mm.
gonna get the 13 because yesterday I was in the Apple store and I saw the cinematic uh,
Mo.
shot from the
Yeah.
13
Yeah.
is crazy.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I'm gonna get the 13. I'm getting
Cinema,
the 13.
but
It's totally different.
cinematic mode is like 23 by whatever 9.
Yeah,
But the regular is 16 by 9, so it's much
yeah.
more this way. Yeah.
But it looks incredible. Like
Yeah,
when
yeah, yeah, I
I was
know.
like, wow,
Why?
I can get some close-up shots of when I'm
Yeah,
playing.
yeah.
It's gonna be so
why,
good.
why don't you why don't you wait till 14? I think it's gonna come out.
Oh, really?
14. Yeah,
Oh, maybe
yeah.
I might do that. That might
Because
be good.
13 has one. Don't let me start about talking about smartphone. uh, uh 13 has disadvantage is they're talking about the jack, right?
Oh,
Here,
yeah, yeah,
uh,
yeah.
yeah, it's still it's called, what is called, I forgot. This,
USB-C?
no, this is
No,
not USB.
shoot.
This is
I forgot what it's called.
yeah, firewire. It's no, not firewire,
No, no,
but
no.
no, no, lightning port, lightning
Lightning
port.
port.
Yeah,
Yes.
so lightning port is too slow because iPhone 13 has 1 terabyte, and you can shoot 4K, or you can shoot 422 ProRes, which is much bigger file. So the filmmakers want quicker, the jack now.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay,
yeah,
okay.
quick. So they probably are going to develop into the same thing. It's a USB 3, USB. C, USB-C is a better one. Okay,
Oh,
so it's like a MacBook Pro. I have a MacBook Pro 18, right?
yeah,
And
yeah,
it's a USB-C.
yeah.
Let me
US
see.
have the same thing.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so that is much quicker. Yeah, here I'll show you. USB-C looks like this. Oh,
yeah, yeah. I have that. Same
yeah,
one.
so they want the iPhone. Eventually, you can go like that.
USB-C. Oh,
So
wow.
it's much quicker. Yeah. So well, wait a little bit,
All right.
and yeah. But iPhone 13 is definitely improvement than 12. Yeah, I have a 12 Pro Max now, but I shot my entire documentary, 90-minute documentary on iPhone 11
Wow.
2 years ago. Yeah,
Wow.
and that film got like 4 international awards. Like got best feature documentary in Toronto documentary festival,
Wow.
best film in International Film Festival Manhattan, best film in Rome International Manhattan, Rome International Film Festival, and then we got another award by Awareness Film Festival. I got award for special jury activism. I'm a official activist now.
Wow.
Yeah. But
That's
anyway,
great.
yeah. So that
You know,
sounds
it's funny.
awesome.
The documentary that I'm working on now,
Yeah.
um, the North Korean one, that
Yeah.
was shot on my iPhone 6.
Really? 6. That's really old.
6. Yeah, iPhone 6. Yeah,
That's
because you
really
gotta
old.
remember that was shot 6, 7 years ago.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
is it out yet?
No, no,
The
I'm still
oh,
I'm still like I didn't realize I wanted to do a documentary. I
yeah.
mean until we made the tables. And
Yeah.
then after the
Yeah.
tables, I was like, and that's one thing about going to film festivals. I think if people are filmmaker, they need to go to film festivals. Like you
Yeah.
have to go to, and you have to go to multiple film festivals because what film festivals did for me, like I was never into film ever. I was never into film. I didn't, I watched movies, but I was never into film.
Mhm.
Um, by going to film festivals, I
Mhm.
saw a multitude of films from normal people just like me,
Mhm.
right?
Mm.
Not
Mm.
just like the big directors, Hollywood, you
Yeah.
know. I
Yeah.
saw people like me who
Mhm.
made films, normal people. And then
Mhm.
when I looked at it, I say, you know what?
Mm.
I can do
I
that.
can do that. I can do that.
Yes, yes, yes. And then
Yeah.
that's what the film festivals did for me. By going
Yeah.
to all these film festivals, I was like, yo, I definitely can do that. And
Mm.
then that's when I decided I was going to make the documentary because I already shot all this footage when I was in North
Mm.
Korea. I
Mm.
shot every day, everything I did,
Mm.
everywhere I went, my
Mm.
matches, everything I
Yeah.
shot on my phone. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
So tell me, what's your impression of North Korea?
Ah, man. So, yeah, that's a.
People probably stare at you everywhere, right?
No, so I mean, people stare at me everywhere, anyway. It doesn't matter. I mean, when I'm in
In China,
China,
in
same. I'm in
China, right?
Japan, same.
Yeah,
All over Asia,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
But North Korea is a very, I want to say, for Westerners, it is the most dangerous country in the world. Like number one, it's and I've been everywhere. And the problem is that when you're a Westerner in North Korea, you're not allowed to have cell phone service, right? So there's no cell phone service for you. There is no Wi-Fi for you, right? So no cell phone service, no Wi-Fi means you're cut off from the rest of the world.
yeah.
The third thing, which makes it the most dangerous place in the world, together with no cell phone service and Wi-Fi, is
Mm.
that they take your passport when they check you into the hotel. Now
Wow.
that makes it the most dangerous place because think
Mm.
about it.
Mm.
If you have no passport, you
Mm.
can't. So
Leave,
that
right?
means that if they don't want you to leave, guess what? You ain't
Yeah,
leaving.
yeah,
That's
yeah, yeah,
dangerous. That for
yeah.
me is more dangerous than going into any Taliban or any kind of place like that. At least those places, I got my passport, I can get to the airport quick enough, I can get out. Here in North Korea, you can't do anything.
So
It's cold.
how did you do? I mean, your personality is like you're a fighter. Did
Yes.
you obey the rules?
So because my personality is like that,
Yeah.
I didn't go to any touristy thing. Like I went there. So my whole reason for going there was I wanted to do my own diplomacy for world peace. So in 1971, American history, America established relations with China through ping pong. It's called the Ping Pong Diplomacy. The movie Forrest Gump kind of touches on that. And I wanted to do my very own diplomacy for world peace in North Korea. And nobody wanted to go with me. Nobody. I called everybody from around the world, from every team, my own teammates. Everybody said, you're going to die. They're going to kill you. Don't go there, blah, blah, blah. And I said, nope, I'm going to go because something I want to do. Had no plan, didn't know how I was going to do it. Had no plan at all, zero plan. But the first step was getting there. But the whole process of getting there was insanely crazy. The process alone.
Yeah.
So, for example,
do they give you a visa?
Well, oh yeah, I'm gonna tell you about the visa part. The visa part is good. So, oh man, so I had just came back from Beijing because I trained in Beijing for table tennis. So that's why I've been to China so many times. I'm training in Guangzhou and Beijing, And anyway, so I just came back home, and the Secretary General contacted me. Oh, we're so happy. We're gonna have you in North Korea. They actually like to be called DPRK. But I like to say the word North Korea. So we're happy to have you in North Korea. You'll need to get your visa in Beijing. I just came back from Beijing, so I had to go back to Beijing, right? So I said, okay, I'll fly back to Beijing a few days before the competition. I'll fly back, right? Now, no Western country wanted to go to this tournament, so it was only me. I was the only Westerner in this tournament. So anyway, I fly back to Beijing. I call up the number that they gave me. I says, hey, this is Wally. I need to make my visa. He says, okay, come down to the North Korean consulate. I said, okay, where is it? Gave me the address. And have you seen people riding this wheel, like this one wheel thing?
Okay,
Unicycle.
Yeah.
I started that in this country.
Oh, yeah?
Yes. I am the reason. And anyone who's listening can dispute me. Show me a video, and I'll show you one older. I started like this wheel thing. Okay. I started this thing. I brought two back from China years ago. It was in China. These wheels come from China, and I brought two back from China. So let me tell you, I've been riding the wheel so long that I used to be able to ride this wheel in the airport to the gate, carry it on the plane, and put it on top. Yep. That's how long I've been riding.
So it's a small one. It's not huge.
It's about that big. It's like, do you know, it's bigger than the size of a Roomba. That round vacuum cleaner. So it's pretty big. It's pretty big, and it's heavy. You have to carry it. But that's how long I've been riding. That I was riding. So anyway, I used to carry my wheel all around the world, and I carried to China, and I rode the wheel down to the consulate, and every consulate in the world has a normal door that's usually made out of glass, and it says consulate, and it says welcome. This is every country in the world, every consulate. So I'm riding. I cannot find a normal door that says this. So I'm riding around this compound, around and around and around, and all I see is like this big metal door that looks like
a prison.
It's crazy, like this big metal door. So I called the guy, says, hey, I can't find the entrance to the consulate. And the guy said, oh, don't worry, I'll come out, right? And the soldiers wouldn't let me stand there, so they made me go across the street. So I had to stand across the street. And so the guy comes out. Now I'm thinking this guy's gonna come, pick me up, and bring me inside. No. The guy comes out and he says, hi, oh, Mr. Green, nice to meet you. Can I have your passport? What? What do you mean my passport? I'm not giving you my proof. Crazy. And the reason I was so crazy about not giving my passport is that a lot of people don't know. In America, if you lose your passport more than 2 times in 5 years, it's a very serious thing. So all you people listening, if you lose your passport more than 2 times, you will not get a passport in any country. You will have to wait until they investigate you and America sends the passport from here. You know how I know? Because it happened to me already. I lost my passport twice here. And then I was in China and my passport got stolen in China. And I went to the American embassy and they were like, we cannot issue a passport. And I was like, what do you mean? They're like, we have to get the passport has to come from America. What? Yes. So it's no joke. I already had that problem already. I'm not giving this guy my passport. What are you crazy? I don't know you. And the guy was, oh, don't worry. This is how we do it. I said, but don't we just go in? And no. You have to wait here. What? Oh my! I was like, this is madness. And so I really wanted to go. And so I said, okay, no problem. I took out my phone, took a picture of the guy. And the guy's like, what are you doing? I'm taking your picture because I can't afford to lose my passport. And if I do lose my passport, at least I can say you took it. So when you bring back my passport, I'll delete the picture. It's very easy. So the guy went in, told me come back in an hour. So I'm riding around, I go eat something, I come back in an hour, and the guy comes out, meets me across the street again, right? Now picture this scene. This is like a scene out of a movie, right? You have a black guy in China across the street from the North Korean embassy and an Asian guy handing him a passport and I'm handing him cash. Like, what is that? It's crazy. But the whole process is like this. This is how it works. Even, I'll tell you one more. So after that, you have to buy your ticket. This is another crazy thing. So, so when you get your visa, you're going to fly the next day. The next day you're going to be out. And that's when you're going to buy your ticket the next day. It's not like you can go online and purchase a ticket. Like you need to go there to the airline.
But
so
that's expensive by the next day.
Well, I don't think there's a price that fluctuates.
Okay.
With the North Korean airline. So I wanted to take a North Korean airline because I wanted the full effect of
full experience.
Yeah. And so I took the airline called Air Koiro, and that's a North Korean airline. And this airline flies out of Beijing, but it doesn't fly out of Beijing International. It flies out of the other airport, which I had never been to, which no one speaks English in that airport. No one. It's crazy. And so I go there. No one knows what the hell I'm talking about. I'm like, where's the North Korean airline? People look at me like I'm crazy. They have no idea. I finally find it. I finally find the airline. And I go to the guys, yes, here's my visa. I want to fly to Pyongyang, right? So this is the day that I'm flying is when I'm buying the ticket, right? And so the guy goes, okay, I think it was like $600 US dollars. And so I take out my credit card and I go to pay. And the guy goes, oh, sorry. I said, what? Oh, no credit card, cash only. What? I said, listen, I told the guy, I said, I traveled the entire world. I've never in my life paid cash for a ticket. This is how we do it. So I had to go back out. I had to go put my card into an ATM and take out 600 US dollars in RMB, which was insane. And it was crazy. And then you go back, I pay the money. The guy gives me some kind of weird receipt. And they don't give me a boarding pass. There's no boarding pass.
Oh, wow.
So the guy says, okay, just go there. Somebody will pick you up. So the person come to get me and they bring me to my seat. So there's no boarding pass. Like that, the whole process is I mean, you got to really want to go there. To go there. But like I said,
how crowded the plane?
Actually, the plane wasn't that crowded. It wasn't really that crowded, but it was very comfortable. I was surprised. It was really comfortable. It was really nice. there,
Did
there was a
they feed you? Did they feed you well?
no, not on the plane because the flight
Oh,
is
okay.
very close. But
Oh, okay.
there
Okay.
was a funny incident when I got on the plane. I saw a lot of people with these pins. Everyone had a
Oh,
pin, and the
oh,
pin was the picture of the great leader or his dad or his or the grandfather.
yeah,
And I thought the pin was really cool, and
yeah.
I really wanted a pin because I saw everyone on the plane with a pin except me, and I was like, oh my God, I gotta get a pin.
You're
So
outsider.
yeah. And so I asked, I'm looking, because I noticed everything around me. I noticed
Yeah,
everything.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
And so I saw the stewardess,
yeah,
the airline stewardess, really pretty, very
yeah,
nice face,
yeah, yeah,
looked so
yeah,
sweet, tall.
yeah,
I
yeah,
said, oh, for sure, she's gonna be
yeah,
so nice to me because I'm a
yeah,
foreigner. So I'm
yeah,
gonna
yeah,
ask her about the pin.
yeah.
So, so I raised my hand. He came to me, smiling, everything.
Yeah,
And I
yeah,
said,
yeah.
oh, it's going to be good. I said, excuse me, where can I get one of those pins? She gave me the dirtiest look
Oh,
I've
really?
ever gotten in my life.
Oh my God.
The
Wow.
dirtiest look. Like she looked like she wanted to kill me. Like, and I was like, oh man, what the hell? Like, it didn't even answer me and
Yeah.
ignored what I said
Oh,
and stopped, listened, and walked. I was like, what the hell?
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. Did you
and
figure out how?
yeah,
Why?
so later on, like I asked my guide, like they have these people that babysit you, and I
Yeah,
asked my guide, I said I want to get a pin, and then she
yeah,
said, "Why you want to get a pin?" I said,
yeah.
"Well, because I'm in North Korea, and you guys have to wear it, and I want to get the full effect of everything you guys do, so I should have to wear it too,
Yeah,
right?" And she said,
yeah.
"Well, that's a good answer, but we'll talk about it later." We never talked about it ever,
Uh, uh,
and I found out later on that those pins that they wear,
yeah.
it's like it's the equivalent of a passport.
Oh,
Only citizens can have this pin.
oh, oh.
Yeah, only
Wow.
citizens can have
Wow.
it. Yeah, so I mean,
It's
it was,
like party member.
yeah, sort of like that.
Communist party members.
Yeah, it's crazy, man. It's crazy, but
You are capitalism.
yeah. Listen,
Oh
it
my God.
and then the money you use there,
Yeah.
you can only use RMB, Chinese money.
Really?
You it's illegal for you to have North Korean money. You'll
Wow.
never see it.
Wow.
And if you get caught with it, you'll be in trouble. But yeah,
Oh,
so you can only spend RMB. That's it. So you have to make sure you change enough money
yeah.
when you go there,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Because there's no credit card. You can't use
Yeah.
credit card.
Yeah.
Only
Oh my
RMB.
God.
Yeah.
So you went in, and then like what exactly, like what is your everyday schedule like?
Yeah.
What do you do?
So like I said, I had no plan for this diplomacy. There was no plan. I just knew that I wanted to make a difference, and I wanted, and I'm a big believer that I believe one person can make a difference. One person can do it, and I wanted to make that difference. And so, this went around the tournament. There was a world tournament that none of the world went to. Of course, all the communist countries, all the communist countries were there. I mean, at one point, it was me, a Syrian. Check this out. Another crazy scene from a movie. Me, two Syrians at the same table in North Korea, and they talking to me about how I can get them to America. What? I'm like, this is just, this is just pure madness. But the two
Yeah.
Syrians were actually playing in the tournament. So, it's countries like Syria, Vietnam, China, of course, and some other countries I don't even remember, but mostly communist, Russia,
Yeah.
mostly
Yeah.
communist countries. And
Yeah.
so anyway, every day for me was the practice hall, tournament hall, practice hall, hotel, practice hall, tournament, like this. And that's all I did because I didn't want to go on the tour because I already did a lot of research and there's a lot of American bashing on there. And I definitely wouldn't be cool with that. And I'd probably get myself arrested. So I didn't want to go on any tour. I would just go and play and then figure out how I would do how this diplomacy would work. How what am I going to do? Like, I have no plan. How can I make a difference? I don't know. But I'll tell you the story of it. It's really cool. So, lucky for me, I got to play against a North Korean. So my first match was against China. Second match against North Korea, and it's very lucky because it could have been Vietnam, it could have been Syria, it could have been any other country, right? It could have been anyone else, and then my diplomacy, there would have been no diplomacy. But I got to play against a North Korean player, and I remember when we were lined up to come out to play our match. You know, it's umpire, North Korean umpire, and me, and we're coming out together. Music's playing, whatever, and there's like 5,000 people, all North Korean. Every single person. There's no other person in North Korea. And we're coming out, and as I'm coming out, you can feel the eyes. Back to what you were mentioning before, you can feel the eyes of every single person on you. Like, you feel it as if it's on your skin. It is the most craziest feeling I've ever felt in my life. Because I'm coming out and everyone's looking at me. I got this crazy hairstyle, black dude. You know, everyone's like, and I'm like, oh God, this is nuts. So I'm coming out. People just looking like crazy. And we start to play the match. The first point, actually the first 5 points I make. Because once I start to play, I'm focused. I don't see anything. So I go up 5-0. But every time I made a point, every time I made 1 point, there was a sound that the audience made. And it was like a sound of disapproval, which was crazy. Now, if you picture 5,000 people making this sound, it is so crazy. You're like, what the hell? Like this. So every point I made, there was a sound. And I was like, oh my God, this is crazy. So anyway, we start playing. He made 1 point, and then everyone started clapping, right? So it's one of those claps where, you know, you see on TV and they're like, and then he made another sound, another point, it got louder. He made another point, it got even louder. Crazy. Another point, even louder. And then all of a sudden, I could not concentrate. It was so loud. And normally, I'm the underdog. So it was almost like he was the underdog. And I was like, oh God, this is crazy. This is crazy. And in my mind, I couldn't even play. I couldn't focus. And I was like, all right, this is too loud. It's crazy. People are going nuts. And so what I did was I looked up like this. I look up and I just started smiling. Once I smiled, people started smiling. And it was a chain reaction. Everyone started smiling.
Wow.
Then they started laughing. And at first I thought, okay, that's weird. So we play again. I do it again on purpose. This time it's purposely. I look up and I go, laughing. Then they started laughing and smiling. I said, oh my God. I said, this is it. I said, this is where it's going to happen. This is where I'm going to do this diplomacy right here. I've already captured an audience. I've captured 5,000 people smiling when I smile. So I would play, look up, smile. They smile. Boom. So I got the audience. The audience was, and that weird sound of stopped. It stopped, right?
Oh my God.
So then, you know, I wind up losing the match, and now we have to shake hands, right? And you can tell my North Korean opponent didn't want to shake my hand because for them, we're the devil, we're evil, we should be killed, and all the craziness that they talk about. So I went to shake his hand, but you can tell he really didn't want to shake my hand. He kind of put it because he has to do it. You would look really bad in an international tournament if you don't shake someone's hand, right? So he's forced to do it. So he put his hand like this, like kind of want to touch me a little bit. And I grabbed his arm, pulled him in, and gave him a big hug. Man, listen. Oh my God, bro.
Oh my God.
A big hug. Right, and all of this is on video. I actually have it on my Instagram and stuff. And I hugged him, and my camera is facing my back, which is his front. And the thing was, the most important thing, his face first was like, and then guess what? He smiled. That smile is why I went all the way to North Korea. that smile right there, because you can't fake that. There's no way you can fake that. That was a real smile, right?
Yeah.
And so the crowd started clapping and people cheering. And you know, I always say something like this. You know, you can't change people overnight. No
Yeah.
one's going to change overnight. It doesn't happen that way, right? But what you can do is you can plant the seed. If you plant the seed, that seed can grow into change. And that's what I did. I planted the seed, right? So that guy will never, he's probably never been hugged before.
Yeah, that's the truth.
Been
Because
hugged.
people there, they don't hug much.
Exactly. And you got this crazy black guy with yellow hair hugging you from America.
Yeah.
He's never, there's no way he can forget about this ever. Those 5,000 people will never forget about this. They will remember it for the rest of their lives. So in the future, when the governments start saying stuff about Americans, blah, blah, some people are going to say, well, you know what? I remember this guy from America who came here and, you know, he showed nothing but love. You know, he hugged our guy. You know, the guys remember, you know, give him a big hug, smile, all this thing. And that's how change starts.
Even when you lost the game.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah,
exactly.
yeah. It's not like you won the game and you hug
right, exactly.
Yeah.
And that's how change starts.
Yeah.
So the whole diplomacy thing was super successful for me. And yeah, it was I mean, it was just a crazy experience, like a really crazy experience, and made it back safely. So that was a good thing.
That's great. So we're at the almost end of our, actually we passed our time. So can you tell me currently where can I find you? Because you and I, we live actually quite close. Where can I find your table or your club?
Oh man, yeah. Oh, as a matter of fact, I'm gonna invite you. I'm gonna invite you to my club. So we have 2 locations in New York City. We have 6 altogether. Well, 7 altogether throughout the country.
I see.
Right. But the 2 in New York City, one's on 23rd and Park Avenue, and the other one is on 54 between 5th and Madison.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So definitely.
What is it called?
It's called Spin.
Spin. Okay.
Spin New York.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, and if you're in Chicago, Spin Chicago. If you're in San Francisco, Spin San Francisco, Spin DC, and so on and so forth. So if I wasn't talking to you right now, I'd be at the club. So yeah, I want to invite you. You have to come down.
Yes.
Yes,
I would love to.
And,
I would love to.
You see where I'm shooting all these videos at.
Yeah. I would love to.
Definitely.
Yeah. So so great to talk to you. And Jack made a comment, says, "You got to post that video, dude."
Oh, it's up. The video. You mean the video of the North Korean? Yeah, I have it. Yeah. It's on my Instagram.
Yeah, check his Instagram.
Yeah. It's on my Instagram.
That's wonderful. So let's do a quick. Let me give you the Instagram thingy. Let's see, TikTok. Wait, where did it go? Okay, so Wally's Instagram and TikTok, it's all the same handles. Wally Green NYC. Okay, just check them out. And yeah, thank you guys for joining us. And we're gonna do a quick rapid fire. Okay, ready? All right. What's your favorite food genre?
Japanese.
Yay! In specific, when you go to Japanese, what do you eat?
Tonkatsu is my number 1 thing.
What is tonkatsu?
So it's pork loin. So that's my favorite food.
Interesting. Yeah. So you've been so many countries, and if you were ever like, you don't have to do anything, or when you get older, which country would you like to go, possibly live there?
Live? I don't think I can live anywhere else except here. I can visit, but I'm always happy to be back home.
Yeah? Are you a mountain person or river? Are you a mountain person or river person? Like water or mountain? Like
neither one.
Really? So you like big city?
I'm a city boy. I need to be with the noise and the pollution and the craziness, or else I can't function. I can't function in the quietness.
Yeah. So, what kind of music do you listen to when you drive long distance?
I don't drive, but if I
Okay.
did,
Uh-huh.
I can listen to anything,
Yeah.
literally anything. I can listen to classical music. I can listen to, of course, hip hop is a given, but I
Yeah.
can listen to classical. I can listen to rock. I
Yeah.
like all music as
Yeah.
long as it's good. If it sounds good, it's good. I like it.
So you rap before, and why don't you keep rapping, doing
Uh,
your
I just it wasn't a passion anymore.
okay?
I only do things that I'm passionate, really passionate about.
Yeah.
I'll do it. So it wasn't a passion anymore. So I just stopped.
Yeah, that's great. So, what else? Tell us a book you recently read.
That's funny. That's a funny one. Wow, book. Listen, I have a. You know what's funny? I just keep ordering people's books when I meet them in Clubhouse. They're
Yeah.
all sitting there. I haven't read one of them.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. I think it takes a
it
lot
takes
of
time. Like you need time, and usually that time I can be
yeah,
answering the comments of the people commenting
yeah.
on.
I know, I know. Yeah, it's difficult for me to finish a book. I can start and then I just like not finishing. Yeah.
I just look at the front cover. Okay, it's a cool book, and I
Yeah. So yeah, what is your favorite film movie? Like all time favorite movie? Top
wow,
three. Top three.
top three.
Mm.
I'm gonna say one of them is gonna be The Godfather because I really like those kind of movies. Um, wow, another one. I'm gonna say E.T. Remember
Yeah.
E.T.?
Yeah.
I really like
That's
E.T.
classic. Right. Definitely.
And then I'm gonna go with um. Wow, I don't know what the third one is.
Oh, I should recommend you. You should
Yeah.
watch it from Mao to Mozart documentary.
Oh, what's it called?
From Mao Zedong,
Oh yeah, yeah,
Chairman
yeah.
Mao, because you can relate to that. From Mao to Mozart, it's done in 1976
Oh,
when
okay.
a musician from New York, Isaac Stern, with a film crew went to China. China's door just started open,
Oh,
and they
wow.
they shot the music scenes, and it's very good and very entertaining. And I think anybody not related, you can relate it because you've been in China so many
Yeah,
times.
yeah.
So Chinese and class, but this is of course talk about classical music,
That's fine.
and
That's fine.
yeah, because I have a background of being a classical musician. Yeah. So
Uh,
yeah. So I'll from Mao to Mozart. Okay, so that's a
too
very
much.
good. I think it won Oscar. I think.
Wow.
Yeah, I think.
Definitely,
Yeah,
definitely.
documentary. Yeah.
That sounds fun.
Yeah. So, last question: coffee or tea?
Tea.
Oh yeah, you don't
I,
drink coffee?
so years ago I used to drink coffee, but now if I drink coffee, it bothers my stomach. But
Oh,
I drink tea. See, even my tea's almost. Oh, I
oh,
just spilled tea on myself.
oh
I'm fine. I'm fine. It's only a little bit.
no!
Isn't that funny?
Yeah,
When
yeah,
you're looking into the camera and you're going
yeah,
like this. But
yeah,
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 so I drink tea
uh-huh,
like maybe 3 times
yeah.
a day.
Oh wow, that's good for
Yeah,
you.
yeah. I
Do
drink a
you
lot of.
exercise? Do you exercise?
Well, yeah, I'm training
Of
pro
course, your
athlete.
ping pong is
Yeah,
exercise. I
yeah.
mean, do you do like this kind of thing?
I don't do any weights.
Oh, okay.
I use my own body weight to
Uh,
exercise.
oh yeah,
But training in table tennis is really
yeah,
hard
yeah,
and requires movement of your whole body. So yeah,
yeah. That's great. And do you watch your diet, like the things you eat?
I do
Yeah.
at times.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
So for example, I do like sweet things,
Yeah.
but I'll like there might be a time where I'm in a sweet thing mood, and
Yeah.
maybe for like a week I
Yeah.
might eat sweet things, and then I'll say to myself, okay, you've been eating too much sweet things, now you got to
Yeah.
back off of that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so that's how I do it.
Wow. Well, so Wally, anything else you wanted to shout out before we say goodbye to each other and our guests?
Yes, for sure. One thing I want to say, which is really important, that whatever it is that you want to do in your life, or no matter what background you, as a matter of fact, let's start from this. No matter how bad things are or how bad things were, you can always come out of it. You can always make a change in your life if you really want to. If you keep your mind open to all the options, there's always options there. And if you look hard enough, you'll find them and you'll be able to change your life if you need to. So I just want to leave people with that message. Change is always possible. That's what I want to leave people with.
Well said. Thank you so much. And please check out Wally's Ping Pong Club, his TikTok and Instagram. And please liking our video. And please come back every Wednesday. I do this interview conversation with someone very special. So thank you so much, Wally, to be
Thank
with
you.
me. Yeah. And I see you in person, hopefully pretty soon.
Yes,
Yeah,
for sure,
yeah,
definitely.
yeah. Other than see you in clubhouse.
For sure.
Okay, so I'm gonna end this session, and I want to thank again everybody for being with us, and it's been so much fun. And I hope you are inspired by Wally. I am. So yeah, thank you so much. All right, have a good night.
Thank you.
Great
You
Sunday
too.
night.
For
Yeah,
sure. Stay
bye.
tuned.